Well, it was once believed there was no way to tell when a woman is ovulating, but a new study in the US claims women dress to impress during their most fertile periods. With more on this research, Dr. Janet Hall joins us now from Melbourne. Good morning, Dr. Hall.
Good morning.
Now, what do you make of this research?
Well, I think that it probably does have some foundation. Originally, when we were cave people, the girl had to be able to look like she was ready for it. And I guess if you think you're in for a chance, you want to look your best.
But are you really in for a chance on that particular time of the month? And Sharon and I, we're a little bit sus on this research because only 30 women were used to come up with these results.
Yeah, that is a very small sample, of course, but I mean, intuitively it feels right. Women who ovulate usually have a lot more spring in their step, you know, they're bright. When they go to their wardrobe, why wouldn't they look for something that's going to be more upbeat and make them feel bright and happy?
But Dr. Hall, what about the idea that women dress to impress all the time, and more often than not, women are dressing to impress other women, not necessarily men?
Yes, that's true. They are all competing for the mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the prettiest of all and who's the spunkiest of all. But, you know, if it is a subliminal thing, maybe they want to just have that extra edge when they're ovulating.
So are you suggesting then each month women change their appearance?
Once again, subliminal means it's not something you can measure, but it's about a feeling. And why wouldn't you have a feeling middle of the month when you're getting that really lovely buzzy hormonal rush that you want to look your best, as opposed to the end of the cycle when most of us, you know, don't really care what we look like, would rather be in bed with chocolates and a good book.
Are there any other types of changes in behaviour, do you think, apart from dressing to impress?
Well, the rush of the hormones that you get at ovulation usually do put you in a good mood as opposed to that end of the month bad mood. So, you know, you should be perhaps a little bit more bubbly, perhaps a little bit more talkative, outgoing, and cruisy in a kind of nice way, a delightful way.
Do you think it actually works? Do you think you have a better chance of attracting a partner in the middle of the month as opposed to the end of the month?
Subliminally, we're not sure, but for instance, there was some research that also said women actually exude a certain pheromone when they're ovulating. One chap said that he could just sniff his wife's neck and he could smell whether or not she was ovulating, and he was always right. You know,
maybe Sorry, maybe it was a new perfume.
No. What was interesting was that he was an expert in deer hunting. And of course, you know, animals really do know when the female's on heat through the smell. Why not males and females?
It makes perfect sense.
It's a very interesting thought. Dr. Hall, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're very welcome.
Dr. Hall makes a lot of sense, and for the guys out there, I'm learning a lot on the Today Show, by the way.
But Carl, only 30 women were used in the study.
It doesn't matter, but for blokes out there, all you need to know is if you see a really beautiful woman at the bar, if you're single, you go up to her on a Friday night and you say, "You are magnificent looking. Are you ovulating?"
That would be
Are you ovulating?
a very, very bad pickup line, Carl.
Ovulating? Ew.
Well, clearly not.
See? You're not looking the most beautiful this morning, Jessica.
You can't
I knew
say
it.
that.
You are beautiful nonetheless, though.
Oh.